Do you like free food? Would you like to get a better grade in your communication course? If you answered yes to either of these questions, then you should join us this weekend in Saturday, February 23rd at 8 a.m. at Bakersfield College Delano for a practice speech tournament. What is that? Well, whether you're a student who is getting ready to perform a speech in your communication course and wants a little practice so you can get the best grade possible, or if you're a student who already presented a presentation and just wants the accolades of extra credit, you should join us and present your speech. What does it mean to present a speech, and what kind of speech could I present? Well, what happens when you get to the tournament, you arrive at 8 in the morning, there's some free food, some free coffee, and then there'll be a sign on the wall where you sign your name, and it tells you what room you're going to go to first. When you get to that room, there'll be a list of people's speakers' names on the board, and you will present your speech in that room along with the other speakers. Then you'll come back to where the food is, and you'll check the sign, see where you go next. You'll do this twice. If you do really well, if you're one of the top speakers in both rounds, then you'll advance to the third and final round. And if you're one of my students, that means even more extra credit. Ask your teacher. Once you've done round 1, round 2, at 11 o'clock there'll be a free lunch. Then we'll have the final rounds. And then we'll have awards and we'll leave for the day. But what kind of speeches could we have here? Well, there are 4 different categories that you can enter. The first category is informative speech. This should be a research-based speech that is 6 to 10 minutes long and usually has a visual aid, but it isn't required. The second is persuasive. In this kind of speech, you'll be making an argument, taking a position on a controversial issue one way or the other. And like the informative speech, it's 6 to 10 minutes and should also have research presented to support your claims. The third category is impromptu speaking. Now, this is for you folks who don't want to have to do any research before you get here. You come into the room, we give you a slip of paper with 3 different prompts, and then you have 2 minutes to prepare a 5-minute speech. You do this twice. If you're in the top rankings of the people who tried, then you'll go to the final round and do it for a 3rd time. The 4th and final category of speaking is a special topic. It can be informative, persuasive, whatever you want. It just has to be about where we live, the Central Valley. So it could be about Larry Idalong. It could be about Valley Fever. It could be about kit foxes, anything that is specific to the region where we live and ties back to where you live would fulfill this. So please consider signing up. It's this weekend. It's one day only. It's the only time we're doing something like this. And if you want a good grade and you want to eat good food, where you want to be on Saturday morning for just a few hours is at BC Delano. Please sign up.